Welcome. This is Barry Jones from the Angel School, and we're here for our weekly angel reading for November 26th through December 2nd, 2018. So let's take a moment to take a deep breath and to really connect in with your heart. And they're giving me a sense that they really want you to be able to trust your deep gut instincts and to really connect in with your spirit. It's a feeling of a sense of spirit, sense of spiritual alignment. I don't know, it's interesting, this deep gut feeling and this high spiritual frequency. It's almost like a rubber band stretched from the lower chakras to the higher chakras. And so I get this sense of, and they really want you right now to just breathe into this full span of your chakras. Breathe in this golden light and let your breath feel like a stretch, like this huge stretch of alignment that just goes up and down this chakra system, this column of your chakras, until you feel it aligning into oneness. And just have that intention as you're breathing, that all of your chakras, your 12 fifth dimensional chakras, are aligning with oneness. And just see or feel or sense, or trust that this golden light and coming from the Christ consciousness is flowing through all the 12 chakras. As you're breathing in and out, feel I don't know why I'm saying the word agreement or agreeable. One, I think that they're giving you the highest frequency of this Christ consciousness that's agreeable to your chakras and to you where you are in your life at this time. And somehow you should feel almost an ease. And this is the acceptance of this agreement within you. That you're accepting this level of support from God. This is coming through. And that you allow yourself to know that you're safe and protected, and to release any worries or concerns that you have. When I was tuning into this energy for the week, I was seeing sort of almost like a Garden of Eden. I was seeing a wall of hedges in a garden going all the way around, and then the center was this tree, a very thick old tree, beautiful branches filled with lots of foliage, and the trunk of this tree was very wide and very secure, and it represents your soul. They're just writing that. And they'd like for you to step into this Garden of Eden and know that you are protected, and you are now in a wall of security, of divine light, and that your body and your soul here are able to find value, alignment, and peace. And that now this golden light is pouring into all the systems of your body, all the way down, starting in your feet, And that this golden light is also pouring into any goals that you have. So any goals that you have right now, or anything that's important to you, they'd ask you to focus upon it, trusting that this wall of protection. So what they're doing right now is just sort of gating everything, your soul and everything that you're working on. Anything that right now that needs healing, that needs extra attention, so that you can relax and back away and trust and let it be, knowing that within this wall of Eden, that everything is supplied to you, everything is nurtured and provided for you, just as it was before the fall. And that you can have this if you believe, if you trust, if you find the balance within your spirit, find the balance between the masculine and the feminine of your spirit. Allow this alignment of integration to reoccur for you. Allow these two energies to magnetize towards you this frequency of light that is self-sustaining and that is ever living and affirming through you and for you. Something about this is like a shower for your soul right now. And then I just brought up this huge pillow, and it feels like, since I've never seen them do that before, that you need to rest this week. You need time for alignment. You need time to regroup. I don't know. They're saying that you've brought something with you. And they wrote the word leaks. So there's something you've brought with you, something, I don't know, it's like some baggage that's just you've been carrying, and it's creating leaks in your energy field. It's creating, it's like an eruption. They're writing this out. And you're going to feel this, because it's going to you're going to feel very disconnected. And your body is going to sort of feel like it's lagging behind you, which means you may find it not so enjoyable as you're trying to, take care of things, errands, and all this. And they want you to know that you can be, I don't know why I saw this word lazy, but you can be a little lazy. You can ease it up a bit. Okay? And what they want you to do is to focus on the things that you need to get done, but focus on the things that you truly would enjoy. Focus on the things that nurture you, and then try to find a way to see if you really need. So they want you to simplify. So see if you really need to put all that extra effort in. Is that you? Is it required, or is it just you? Do you know what I mean? Is it just you just winding up, and you just don't know how to wind down, and you're just creating more work than you need, or you're creating more drama than you need. You're upsetting yourself more than you need. You're agitating or irritating or frustrating yourself more than you need. You need to back off. And this is not because you really have all these things that have to be done in the way that you see that they need to be done. You've allowed something to spiral a little bit out of your control. And when that happens, when you feel like you're spiraling out of control or you're losing control, it's because you've added more to your plate. You've exaggerated the agendas. You're misreading or misinterpreting what people are looking for and expecting from you. So the only way to curve this is that you have got to think that you're being a little lazy in order to just bring the balance back. You got to think that you're being a little lazy. So if there's something like you're thinking to yourself, I don't know if I really want to do that, then that may be a good time to listen and see if that is something that you really have to do. Does it have to be done today? Do you have time? Maybe plan it out. Giving yourself enough space between the time you have to and you know what I'm saying, so that it's in the middle somewhere, so it's not close to it, so you don't do your thing and freak out kind of thing. So yeah, feels like you really need to relax, and you need to strengthen your muscles, your spiritual muscles, in terms of the connecting with your soul. And it's showing me an open book, and this means for me right in this moment to put the angel number 50 on it. It's like information. It's like you need time to hear the information that your higher self is relating to your heart and to your physical experience. He says, God is helping you, in number 50, to change your life in helpful new ways. That makes a lot of sense. You're not doing it's not healthy the way you've been, this what's been building up for you. It's a sign that you're not doing this the most helpful or healthy way. And you need to kind of take a step back. And so you're going to feel the reason for this leak is so that you know that you're leaking energy. So that you know that you need to patch. And the patch is not to go in there and try to fix my energy and put light in it. The patch is to change the habit, to change the addictive habit. It could be an ego addiction, meaning that you're obsessing about something, or you have this grand idea of yourself that you can't reach, that you can't live up to, and that you need to back away from that. You need to simplify so that you can see the purity of your heart and its purpose, and the alignment of joy, the frequency of love and peace that comes from living from your truth, rather than this illusion, this grandized sort of ideal of, some superhero that you think you are. You are super and you are a hero, but in this spiritual frame, there is ease about this. The strength comes in knowing how to do this with ease, with simplicity, clarity, with the least amount of fuss, and the fullest extent, as I'm seeing the word, pleasure. Because this is all of that I just said is the real definition of prosperity. This is what it means to succeed on the level of your soul. And sometimes these two things conflict. And this is what your soul perceives as successful, and the world, they conflict. And there was a word that I just saw there, but it went away. Um, so yeah, it's really important that you know the difference in order for you to truly find fulfillment and happiness. Okay, and the word may come back. So let's take a look at the Archangel Oracle card for the week. Let's see this where it's indicating. Okay, so overcoming difficulties. Archangel Jeremiel. And this is really showing us that we can do this, and you're going to, but that you're putting a lot of challenges, just sort of like that mountain range there. That it could inspire you to improve, to reach new levels, but it shouldn't be difficult to actually climb. You can find a way to enjoy it. So that means if you decide that you're going to climb this mountain, then you can do it. But do you have to set such high goals that it becomes a huge chore? It becomes a huge challenge to surmount. You don't have you can choose how you're going to go about climbing the mountain in terms of deadlines and things like this. All that's up to you. It's your choice to be happy. It's your choice to make challenges for yourself, or to be happy and to grow. Right? Because that's what the ultimate goal is, to grow or cultivate some kind of achievement. But how you get there, that's on you. That's on you. It always has been. All right. So the card says, I gotta put my glasses on. The worst is now behind you, and you are surmounting any previous challenges. Okay, so I really feel like that you have gotten over the hump, but you haven't calmed down. You haven't let go of the, that's what that talking about that before. I'm saying that it feels like you're carrying something, you're bringing some baggage. You haven't let go of the trauma. You're still living the trauma, and the drama is over, but you're still in the trauma. You're still reacting. You're waking up, and still feeling the anxiety that you felt, because that goes to show you that your anxiety isn't real, but it's practiced like a pattern, and it's just something you fall into, and you expect it. Even and so it means that you're not paying attention to reality. It means you're not living in the moment, but that you are just letting the past drive you, because you haven't taken the time to stop and slow down, to realize, to celebrate. You didn't. So this also means you didn't put enough time in celebrating as you did in creating effort to do the job, when it should have been putting pleasure into doing the job the whole time. You should have been going back and figuring out ways to enjoy it. And you can't go back, but you can begin that now. Because that becomes your new truth. But the thing about it, why it's a truth versus the illusion, because when it's in alignment with your soul, when it's a measurement of success that the soul gives credence to, then it's truth. It's realities. So this is what they need you to do. All right? Let's just pull this card up here, and let's take a look and see what's going on during the week here. The first card. Okay, so we have the Emperor card. Now, this card is giving an indication that, number one, that things are where they need to be. All right? things are stable, the securities, the supports are there. You have the structure, and if you're not feeling like it, then you need to look at how you're structuring your activity, how you're thinking, how you're processing everything. You need to consider a better form, a better format for yourself. But it gives me a sense that, let's say if you're in a position of leadership, that things are a little bit more secure than you realize. You haven't slowed down to recognize, to observe what you've accomplished. And you're working too hard when now you can actually let things work for themselves. Or you need to implement, if you haven't done it because you've been still running around like a chicken with his head cut off, you need to start implementing the structure, the organization, the plans that will allow things to run on its own. Because you have to trust the system and trust the people around you who are involved, that when you give them something that they need, or that they're good at, that they can carry that out. So very, very important to be aware of. Okay, let's take a look at the card for the middle of the week. And okay, so we have the Princess of Summer, which is the Page of Cups here. So this is about some message, intuitive message that may come up for you, something that may be unexpected. This is a card you should talk about, and the court cards, for me, they deal with aspects of our personality that we need to that needs to be highlighted, or we need to be aware of, and they can also represent solutions, a way that we should, like an attitude, approach that we should take, that's like a characteristic or something like this. So I'm seeing the word proposal, and I feel like it's more of a proposal, that something may be presented to you, and for something for you to consider. Now, I know this card can indicate, romance, and that may be something that comes up for somebody, but I really feel like someone's going to propose an idea to you, and it's something that you need to be open to. Take it for what it's worth. Take it as a support to you, as an opportunity for you. This may give you that time to relax, to rest. I'm going to go ahead and pull this next card because these two came together off the top, so they're working together somehow. Okay, and this card, the Seven of Summer, Seven of Cups, is about needing to focus, needing clarity, because you're just feeling like you're all over the place emotionally, and you're unable to make decisions, to take action. You're getting too emotional and confused, and so this proposal that may be presented to you may just give you the clarity that you're needing. But at the same time, I don't know why I feel like this way, but because you have the Emperor here, you like having control, and you're going to be worried about how this may affect you, how you may be perceived if you were to respond or to accept this proposal. Okay, so you've got to think about this, And they're writing the word participate. So it's good to make opportunities for others to participate. Really, really important for you to embrace this idea. They're writing the word gravity. You just can't carry that much on your shoulders. So if someone makes an appeal to you in some way, is the word I'm also seeing. Be open and listen to them. This is something definitely that's going to be helpful, and it'll be healthy for you. Helpful and healthful, as the angel number said. It's going to be something that's going to be helpful to you. Okay? And this is that sort of that beginning where you get to, turn things around and start to sort of break this a pattern, and getting yourself worked up, and you're working too hard, and you're just leaking energy because it's not for everything for you to do. You just you can't. In this physical body, you just cannot exert that much energy and time into what you're doing. Let me just tune in and see if there's any additional information that's coming up about these cards. And really, this is about trusting that. I'm seeing this tree, huge tree, and I'm seeing a whole bunch of people, and it looks like a movie screen, and they're all standing at the edge of the screen looking at this tree on the screen, that ancient tree again. But I saw the letter T at the sort of the base of the tree, and one of the things I'm getting about it is that others are looking up to you, and so that's that figure of the emperor. And at the same time, because it's on the screen and there's something. It feels like you're remote or removed. And that there's not easy access to you, or this may be the way people see you. And they're writing the word rest out. Like you really need to rest. Meaning, yeah, you need to get some you time alone, but also you need to give it a rest. Is what I'm also seeing. It's like you come off as this rock, and you need. Who I'm saying, Archangel Raphael come up, and you just laying down, like healing for you. You need, who's your rock, and so you can't be a rock, because that's not really what the universe wants you to become. So stoic, that you can't shift, that you can't evolve, that because don't allow, and this comes back to the emperor here, don't allow all of this structure and stability, now we're talking about this, the cons of this. Don't allow all of this to confine you, to sort of lock you in to being a certain kind of a figure. And once you're not physical, but your personality, your persona becomes a rock, then the next thing that's going to become a rock is your mind. So now instead of becoming a mountain, you'll end up becoming the mountain instead of the one who climbs the mountain for its own pleasure and joy. You know what I mean? And I think some of you know exactly what I mean. You've gotten yourself into a situation where you've become this rock. You're the rock. You're holding it together for everybody else. And then everybody else is just walking all over you, or walking all around you, or walking past you. And there you remain like the mountains. And so this proposal feels like it's going to give you an opportunity to get out of this, but the thing is, you're going to get really, um, it's going to get like, you're going to get really confused emotionally, because see, your wiring is all, um, it's been rerouted, and this all feels very confusing to you because you've established this path, and you don't know how to behave. You don't know how to you don't know what to do with that freedom, this new freedom. And thinking about the page, because of it represents, either a literal youth, or it represents, this feeling of starting all over again. In this case, emotionally, feeling like you're sort of the new kid on the block, yet you've always been the rock, you know? And so you don't know how to handle that. That's emotionally distressing for you to be in that position. And um, you'll find your way. You're going to definitely find your way, but you've got to allow for this spectrum of new possibilities to explore them. Don't let them confuse you. Like she's looking through this prism, this crystal, and out from it is this prism of light, the spectrum of light flows out of it. So you've got to focus on what's important to you, but at the same time be open to the opportunities. And you'll know which one to choose in the moment that you are there. So don't worry now. But as you keep being clear about where you're going and what fulfills you, you'll recognize it. You'll feel it. You'll feel that strong emotional connection. The only thing you gotta do is release, as I'm seeing the word, release the baggage that you've been carrying before. Let all that go. Stop trying to be the rock and allow yourself to be who you truly are. So with this card on the page 2, your own spiritual awareness of yourself and your personality is starting to emerge. Your true soul personality is starting to emerge, and therefore it's just creating a little bit of confusion. But what you need to do is trust the messages that are coming to you. Trust anything that tries to simplify things for you, that creates ease rather than effort. Because that effort caused you to build and become sort of stagnant and inflexible. Okay? All right, let's take a look at the card that's coming from underneath the deck, which is sort of giving us a sense of what's happening underneath it all. And this is the 6 of Summer, and I'm just going to put it up and then pull it down a little bit afterwards so some of you can read. This card is, I don't know, it's giving me two things. I know, in a context it talks about the past and past memories, and it could indicate sort of this experience that has sort of shaped who you are, and that now it's fragmenting as it's been sort of released and let go. It's the healing taking place. So it's fragmenting, it's coming apart, so that something new can fall in its place. And it also makes me think of something pure, like, something, a dream that you had that got put aside because you became someone else. And now that old pain is fragmenting this light. Can you see it? It's like this light, this diamond light, is opening up and piercing through this fragmentation, and it's just pure prosperity, clarity, joy, just radiating so much alignment for you. And I feel like that's what's coming through right now at this time. And it's catching you off guard, and it's making you feel insecure, like a child, right? And none of us, we all want to be the emperor. We want to be strong and brave. We want to look like we know what we're doing. We don't want to be vulnerable, like the children here. And so, but yet they are the most free, because expectations don't really mean much to them. It's not something that at their stage of development, that the soul is really less inhibited. And so don't be afraid of these, being vulnerable to these pure intentions of light that your soul is emanating. So I send you lots of love and angel blessings. And since this is sort of the week following the Thanksgiving holidays, it probably stands to say that you could probably use some rest and relaxation, as a lot of stuff has occurred, and now you're in between two holidays. You can't catch a break. So, don't try to do it all. Simplify, go about it. Nobody's saying don't. Nobody's saying to not have the goals. If they fulfill you, go for it. But you can simplify how you go about doing them. Just an example, instead of running around to the store and doing everything, you may try to get some things online. That's just one example. Or instead of preparing everything that you always prepare, maybe you invite somebody else to help you or ask other people to do some other things, and then show up with them and trust them. So again, simplify. You don't have to diminish your dreams or your goals, but you can use more support to help you and to make it easier for you, so that you can also enjoy what the gifts you're offering to others. All right. So if you're looking for an angel reading, you can contact me at theangelschool.com, which you can find the link below this video. Also, the daily card messages, if you haven't joined us, there's a link for my Facebook page there below, and you can also, there's a Twitter link, which you can, I think they go to Twitter as well, and the Facebook page, I think, where the videos go to Twitter also. Someone has asked me to try Instagram, and I tried it. My daily card messages got cut off. They're just longer than what can be there. So unless you have an idea, because this is like out of my area of becoming frustrated with technology, then I can't seem to do anything about that. All right. But I did set one up years ago because I was guided to do it, but it didn't work. Maybe it's something else I'm supposed to do there. Maybe I'll figure that out. Okay, so have a beautiful week, everyone. God bless you.